Hey everybody, you can probably already tell what this video is about, but our cat Lady passed away last night. She went roughly around 10:08 p.m. Um, she was with my mom and I throughout the entire day yesterday, and she and I basically took turns holding her in a blanket because we figured yesterday was going to be it. So I guess one of the good things about all that is she was with two family members when she had went. You know, she wasn't alone when it happened. So let me uh, let me give you a little story about Lady here, I guess. Okay. Lady was born sometime in 1998. I don't know the exact month or day, but she was with a previous owner, and then unfortunately she had to give her up because I can't remember the exact reasons, but I think her previous owner was kind of on the old side, so she really wasn't able to take care of her anymore. So she was at a place for I don't know how long, but you know where she was at. If she wasn't going to be adopted within a certain time period, she was basically going to get put down. And in September of 2008, my mom went to that center. I can't at all remember why she did, but she saw Lady there, and like right then and there, she was attached to her, and they heard about her being put down if she wasn't adopted within a certain time period. So my mom was like, "No, I'm going to take you home," and she took Lady. Um, Now, what's interesting is when my mom adopted her initially, I was still away at school because it was September, and I didn't get home until late November for Thanksgiving break. But anyway, when I got home, I asked my mom, hey, where's Lady? After seeing Stripes and Whiskers at the time, she was just kind of there, sitting on the couch, keeping to herself. But I just said hello to her, pet her, things like that, show her that I'm a good person. And as time went on, things got better. The thing about Lady was, um, maybe with her previous owner or something, she must have had like bad experiences with kids, because whenever she saw kids, even if she had never seen them before, like she would hiss and run away. So I mean, and cats aren't born with that kind of thing. So she must have had some kind of bad experience with kids in the past. But anyway, one of the things that I think about with the adoption was, especially now, is like I said, if she wasn't going to be adopted, she was going to be put down. And instead, my mom picked her up, and, you know, we gave her almost 10 more years, which, 10 more years probably to a cat is like a lifetime, to say the least. So, that's one of the things that I keep thinking about, which has made this, what's the right words? Like, not as hard. You know what I'm saying? Um, she was adopted to probably one of the best families she possibly could have been. And you've seen her in some of my past videos. You've seen how happy she looks and everything with whatever I'm recording, and I happen to get her on camera. So let's see. As the years went on, Lady kind of, she got a lot easier with some of the stuff, like just being around us, and kind of getting past her bad past experiences and seeing how we were as a family to her, or how we would treat her. So, as the years went on, we would just pet Lady, on the head, across the back, kept it simple. Within like roughly '09 or so, I would try to pick her up. She would first put her claws out on the rug because she didn't want to be picked up. So I was like, okay, I'll just leave her alone. Don't force her, obviously. Then, I kind of, as it got more and more, it got a little bit easier. What I would do is I would kind of pick her up on the kitchen floor, because the kitchen floor was tile. And, when I pick her up, turn her around, she'd give a little meow, like, not like a yell or anything, but just a small meow. And, like, she had her claws out just to be prepared, but she didn't try to scratch or anything. And, I'd pet her, hold her, and say, it's okay, Lady, I'm not going to hurt you, whatever. And And I held her a specific way that I know that I thought felt very secure to her. Then, as the years went on, I'd pick up Lady more and more. She didn't meow. She just laid right there. You could tell that she was getting much more attached to us. And another interesting thing is sometimes if we were sitting on the couch in the family room, she would jump on the couch and just like sit by our side and look at us and be like, "Hey, you're gonna give me some attention." So that was like within 2010, I would say. So that's when things really started to pick up with her, and she was getting more used to us and being happy around us. It was really great. Another cute thing was she lots of times on the rug in the living family room, she would roll over and like look at us and give a meow and like, "Hey, you gonna give me a belly rub or something?" Like she was actually, in a way, asking, or maybe dare I say, demanding one. You know what I mean? She was very. Oh gosh, what's the word? Loving more and more as she saw we're good people. We're not going to harm her. We're going to take care of her. And as time moved on, excuse me. That's how we knew she was good with us, because of the more things she was letting us do and wanted us to do. Okay, so one other thing I remember with her is I think this was around 2010 as well. Whenever Lady was I don't know, she wasn't right where I was. You know what I'm saying? I would kind of like crouch down to the floor and give a hand gesture like this and say like, "Come on over here, lady." And she would actually fast walk over to me, because she was an overweight cat for a while. She would actually fast walk over to me, and then I give her some pets, and she was happy. It was great, because it was just so happy for me to see her be just happy with us now compared to the past she used to have with kids. Now, that being said, there were a couple of times we used to take trips to where my brother used to live before Connecticut. We'd go there and we would take Lady and Stripes and Whiskers when they were still around at the time. And Lady saw some kids that she never seen before at the front door. As soon as they walked in, she was like, "Nope." She hissed and ran away, went down to the basement. Like I said, she definitely had some kind of bad experience with kids in the past. The interesting thing though is that when my nieces were born, she was actually a lot easier. I don't know if cats could tell the difference between a kid and like a newborn baby. But, when Lady first saw them, as newborn babies, she was okay. She kind of looked at them, this and that. And then when my nieces got a little bit older, she would let them, just pet her. Don't pick her up, but just pet her. And, Lady was, calm as long as we were along there with her. So, things kind of worked out for her. But, and lots of times she would, when I'd be home alone, or even if I wasn't home alone, I would be sitting in my chair and I'd just be on my computer. Next thing I know, I hear a meow. I look over and there she is like, "Hey, like, want to give me some pets or something?" So it was really nice seeing her like that. This video is almost 8.5 minutes, but you can see, I'm handling this okay for the most part, because I know that we gave her such a longer life than she would have had, and we took very good care of her. That's when you think about things like that, it makes their loss much easier to handle. I mean, it's still tough and things like that, but it's what helps keep people not brought down so much. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, she was 19 years old, which is, well over 100 something in human years. So, she got really far. And I got to tell you something, Lady, she was not a quitter. Let me tell you that right now. So I think it was around roughly, 2015, she started having like a little bit of weight loss, because she was getting on the older side. And in 2015, she would be, I think she'd be 16. Wait, hold on. We'll just. Oh my God, I'm trying to do math here and I can't do it exactly. But let's see. 2018 would be 10, 9, 8, 7. Like 16 years old. We'll just do that. So I'm gonna keep dragging that on. 16 years old. So anyway, but she, like, even though she had like a little bit of weight loss, she like did not quit. She still went up and down the stairs. She still jumped on the couch. Ate her food and everything. And she was like, she must have been in very good shape. She had her regular blood tests and everything, and the vets were like, no, we can't find anything. So, I mean, all things considered, it's just natural old age for her. And, it's kind of what happened. Like in 2015 and a little bit later, she jumped on the couch. She could still jump on the couch, but she did it, kind of less and less. But she could still do it. And in this house, I mean, forget it. She, like, up until about maybe this week, she would still go up and down the stairs. Very carefully, but she could still go up and down the stairs. Didn't trip, didn't fall, nothing. She, like I said, she was a fighter till the very end. And then, kind of around maybe last week or roughly around that time. Kind of towards the end, she wasn't eating as much, and she was still walking, going up and down the stairs. But we did give her some different food, which she did eat. But at some point, she kind of started to walk around the house and meow a little bit, like maybe she seemed lost about something. Maybe she was remembering the Long Island house. Maybe she was remembering Stripes and Whiskers. We don't know. But my dad said maybe it could have been a form of dementia or something. We don't know. But she still knew who we were, as well as Marco and Bella, our other two cats. So, my dad said the oldest memories are the ones that stay the longest. And, she still knew who we were, this and that. But on occasion, like I said, she would kind of walk around and meow like she just seemed lost. And that's when we kind of figured, especially being 19 years old, that's when we kind of figured that, yeah, this is heading downhill from here. But like I said, until about yesterday, she was still able to walk. She still walked up until about yesterday, and then yesterday, she didn't really move as much. So then, like I said, I think I said it earlier. This video took a couple of takes. So yesterday, throughout the day, my mom and I were taking turns holding her in a blanket. And, she was comfortable with us and things like that. And, she would look at us and, she gave a couple of nuzzles here and there. And, throughout the day, she just laid there. And then, as the night progressed, you could tell she was, kind of easing a little more and more. And then around 10:08 p.m., I think that's when her heart had stopped. But again, one of the things that made last night tolerable was, again, just to reiterate, she would have been put down in 2008. We stopped that. We gave her just about 10 more years, because I think she was born the earlier part of 1998, but I don't know the exact month. So anyway, we gave her about 9.5 more years, okay? She was with us the entire time, and really, Lady had no sicknesses. She was just an old cat. She died of natural causes. And, there's really nothing you can do about that. And I know for a fact Lady did not suffer. She definitely did not suffer because, again, she was with us at the time of passing. She was around family. She was in a nice, warm home. So, all things considered, she died the best way possible. I don't know if that's the right words to use, but you get the idea. So, today feels kind of weird, to say the least. Marco and Bella seem to be doing okay. I think Marco can kind of tell things are different. He's looking around a little bit. Bella seems more accepting, I guess you could say. And, throughout the day, we're just kind of, taking everything in one step at a time, I guess you could say. And yeah, I'm honestly amazed how, for the most part, well I'm handling all this because, again, of knowing what we gave her and the kind of life, she had with us. So, that's really helping me handle all this okay. And I think because, we knew it was coming eventually because, again, 19 is insanely old for a cat. But, like I said, in terms of walking, going up the stairs, she was a fighter until the end. Like, she was a very strong cat. And that's one of the things I remember about her that really keeps things okay for the most part, but it's going to be tough not having her around anymore. Very loving cat indeed, and again, I'm just glad there was no suffering. She was in a well caring family. Whenever I'd be home alone because my parents would be out or something, or like away, I should say. I'd give her food and everything. She'd be kind of standing there by the food dish, like, well, hey, you gonna put the food in or what? Like I said, she was very aware of things until, like I said, maybe about a week ago, and then just yesterday was when she couldn't really like move her paws as much anymore, and then she just went nice and easily with my mom and I by her. So, that's really the best way it could have been. So, Lady was a wonderful pet. You saw her in some of my videos, and like the best thing to do is just remember all the positives about her, which is what I'm doing in this video right now and throughout the day. So, like I said, it's tough when you lose a pet, but again, knowing what life we gave her really helps us through, and I'm very glad that she was with us, and we gave her 9.5 more years. Wonderful for a cat. So that's about it, guys. Lady was a wonderful cat again, very loving, and I'm just glad we gave her the life that she did, and I will miss her, but she was a wonderful pet to have. So thank you very much for watching, and take care.